know if I'll ever get used to those lights.
They're very bright.
Yes. But
we
welcome.
look good.
Welcome to the WK Burnout Studio. I'm Christina.
I'm Dustin.
And Alan behind the scenes. Dustin, I have a interesting fact for you.
Fact, shoot.
40% of teenagers are scared to drive.
Mm-hmm.
And 58% of teenagers' parents are scared of their teenagers driving. You know that?
Makes sense.
Makes a little sense. Yeah. So in saying that, I want to talk about Teen Driver.
Teen Driver.
Yes, that's
Teen
available
Driver,
on
Chevy
features.
For the sake of most cool teenagers that were like me when they were kids, I usually omit this from even telling customers about it because it will ruin your kids' lives. Maybe not. Maybe it will just ruin their, I don't know, reputation with you as good, responsible kids. If this would have existed when I was a teenager driving mom and dad's car or up on nanny's car, oh, we would have been in trouble. So Teen Driver's been out for a while, right? I mean, we've had it for a bit. Now it's on pretty much almost every new vehicle. Get Teen Driver.
Almost every new Chevy vehicle is Teen Driver is either standard or available.
Let's maybe just a brief overview of the different categories in which you can have talks with your teenager about after they get back from their first drive using the Teen Driver feature.
So you're talking about the report card that you can get at the end?
Probably some of that stuff that I'm just really want to get down to the brass tacks of what they need to avoid doing to not be in trouble when they get home. Listen up, teenagers. You see Teen Driver on the dash, you know there's something up, and watch out for this stuff, okay?
Dustin's trying to help you,
I'm trying to help you guys.
Because it's mostly a boy thing.
No, maybe. I don't know. I mean, it was for me. Gosh, I trashed some stuff. I mean, and even the stuff that I didn't do bad damage to, as I look at the stuff in the report, oh my gosh, all those alerts would have been on. The stability management, traction control, over speed warning. I would have done that just like in the mud with the tires spinning. I would have gone over speed warnings. I mean, when I was a teenager, somebody give me access to a 4-wheel drive SUV. I know what I'm doing. I'm going to find a road out next to a field somewhere that goes along a tree line and it's full of good mud pits and holes and stuff like that. Man, this report would be lit up. Whenever I got home, no matter how much time I spent.
You're probably why we now have the Teen Driver feature.
I bet if you look in the fine print of it, it all comes down to Dustin Bailey and
Sedalia, Missouri, and poor Papa Nanny's Mountaineer.
Sorry. Love you, Nanny.
Well, the secret's out.
No amount of time at the car wash cleaning the mud and stuff out from the vehicle would cover up the report card from my trip.
No.
So honestly, I mean, some of it is really, really good stuff that would have probably benefited. I'm a lucky cat, and there's a lot of stuff that I did that would have been potentially really, really bad for anybody else
to know or so forth.
No, just to do in the first place. I think some of I mean, there's some really big stuff on there that could tell us about the various, like the speed features and stuff. How does that work? So you can control how fast your teen goes when they're in your car. So what the Teen Driver feature is, first of all, is it's kind of that comfort as a parent or grandparent or aunt, uncle, when you're not able to be in the car with your Teen Driver. So it's presettings that you can set in the vehicle. You can set it to where it'll warn them if they go over. You can set a speed that you do not want the vehicle to go over. So there you say, okay, you can go in town, and you're driving in town, the speed limit's 30. Well, you're going to set it so you don't want them to go over 35. If they do, it will warn them, and it will also alert on the report card, okay, which comes at the end of their driving. You can set a speed
where is the max speed.
So it actually limits the speed of the vehicle?
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
gosh.
So if they're going to Sedalia.
I'll just be riding up on that puppy 65 and go, just sitting there.
Yes. So you can put a max speed on there.
That's kind of
cool. So if they're going on the highway, it will warn them as what also, but it will not let them, go over that speed limit.
Gotcha. That's pretty cool. So you can set it so it just gives them a warning.
Yep.
But you can also set it. And that would be handy if they're going to take a long drive on the highway or something.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it would be beneficial really to give them an audible warning, of, what the speed limit is, where they're going, give them an audible warning. It depends on, I guess, how experienced they are, what type of roads they'd be on and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
So being able to do it two different ways, that's pretty sweet.
Yep.
But there's a lot more. That's just like the tip of the iceberg.
Right. The one that I think is most beneficial is because statistics show 93% of teen drivers are distracted by a loud radio.
Oh, yeah. Man. Well, I was super distracted.
I was going to say.
I was distracted by like 412s in the back of a Corsica, distracted. People around the block were distracted.
But so you can set it to where the volume, you can set a limit on the volume on either the radio or a connected device. So it's not just, they think, oh, well, I'm going to get in the vehicle and connect to my phone and that'll override mom's, volume limit.
Nice.
No, it's volume limit on the radio or the connected device.
Okay, that's smart.
Also the buckle to drive. So they have to buckle their seatbelt or they cannot shift out of park.
Okay.
Now, they cannot, it's 20, if they do not buckle their seatbelt after 20 seconds, they are able to shift out of park and drive. However, we all know teenagers love their music, just like I mentioned. You can set it up to where the radio or connected device is on mute until the driver and the passenger seat, if there's someone in the passenger seat, is detected.
If there's weight in the passenger seat. Gosh, that's probably the smartest one.
Because kids can't go anywhere without them.
The music. It's the first thing they want to mess with. Well, this makes it so the first thing they mess with is putting their seatbelt on and making sure their passenger has their seatbelt on. That's good. Yeah. That's good. If you're going to play around and hoon around and stuff, have your seatbelt on at least, right?
You would think so.
Yeah. So I think that's a pretty good one.
Yeah. Yeah. Just wait till Alex is like, Dustin, can I take the truck? So you make sure you have it set up to where, because he's going to go pick up a buddy or, whatever the case may be. Now, Riley may be a little different because she's a girl and they're a little bit more cautious, I would say. Some, not all.
Well, she is the go-kart racer. So I don't know if she would be
Scratch
more
that.
Yeah, we'll see.
Sorry, Riley, I was trying to help.
We'll see. Oh, they're both about at the age where this is all coming. Mm-hmm. And as we talk about teen driver, everybody knows this, but say this to yourself: there's nothing more important than talking to your kids.
Oh, absolutely.
Right. Mm-hmm. And I like to start about 3 years early. Every time we're driving somewhere, I'm giving little driving tips. And man, Alex eats it up. Riley's like, shut up, Dustin. I'm like, look at this person. They're following too closely. Look at this. They're not using their blinker. I'm just notes after notes.
Right.
Thomas is 9, but he's in the back just soaking it all in. He could probably already drive just fine. He probably passed the test.
Probably so. Probably so. But could you imagine, like you mentioned in the beginning, if this was around when we were teenagers?
Oh, I'd be so screwed.
Because we were so excited. We didn't care. At least I didn't care what I had to. Well, I do care what I had to drive. My mom had these we call them hoopties, the big old Impala,
big old G-body, big rollers.
I wouldn't drive them. But usually you don't care what your friends drive. They're coming to pick you up. You're 15 and they're
got
16.
Yep.
I'm in it. I'm going. But nowadays, teenagers, I guess I should say, it's not as common for them to run and go get their driver's license because they're scared to drive.
Yeah.
And I say because most everybody is distracted. I'm guilty of it, and you hear the phone ring or what you look in but it's just super common and
it really is. Something I noticed, my buddy JD, his son has his learner's permit and they drive together a lot. And I noticed this, I mean, he's a great kid, but he's got a super, super attention to, and, I think back and I had this too, the gauges, the things that are right there in front of you, the things when you're in a car as a kid, you never really get to look at because they're not yours.
Yeah.
You're in that driver's seat. It's like, ooh, the gauges, things,
Now there's so much more on the gauge than just 4.
Yeah. So, other things that go with the teen driver is a lot of these new cars have configurable gauge clusters. There are very, very in-depth configurations for them that show everything.
Yeah.
Everything that the radio has, it shows it on the, but you can also do those. So it has right big and in the middle speed.
Yeah.
Right. So you can find it nice and easy. Not a lot of other stuff. You can go to a simplified cluster display, which, I mean, you have that in your car. So it's less distracting.
Yeah, absolutely.
So there's a little extra steps that you can take with the car with other built-in features to help make things a little less distracting. But that radio thing, that's a pretty good idea. And honestly, I would use it, and I love loud music, but for the first little while, it is super distracting. Yeah. It really is. So, I mean, for the first while, at least, I would have that limited quite a bit. And especially the first time they go to get, their first little friend pickup.
Right.
Because then you're double distracted.
Yep.
And you're nervous.
Yep.
And, you got them with you, so you want the music loud. It's just, there's a lot of good behind that. That was
Absolutely.
A well thought out teen driver feature. So I like that one.
Absolutely. And just thinking back, like you were talking about with the gauge cluster, I know, like, after you get your oil changed or any sort of maintenance or whatever, I'll get in my car and sometimes it'll still have it on, oil life or whatever. And I'm like, how do I get this off? And I've done it 100 times, but I still am like, gosh darn it, how do I? And I can't, go anywhere until I have my just basic speed. Yeah. And what the speed, all that. It's definitely distracting, but the report card. So one thing that you can do is when your teenager gets back with your vehicle, and, we say teen driver, but I think about it as there's
anybody borrowing your car.
Yes.
Yeah, really. That's a really, really good point.
Yes.
Seriously. I mean, they have valet mode and stuff.
Yeah.
But this is like cousin Tommy mode.
Yes.
He's, I'm going to need your car. I got to go down to Springfield and pick up kids and a girlfriend or something. It's like, okay, Tommy, family's family. Here you go. But guess what? Tommy ain't going 110 in my Impala the whole way down there. You know what I mean?
No, but because it tells you the miles driven, the distance driven, max speed.
Yeah.
So, and it tells you how many times that they hard brake, hit hard, whatever the hard brake feature is. The, I call it mash, the gas pedal, but it tells you whenever they stomp on the gas. It'll tell you how many times, it happened. It'll tell you if the forward collision alert was ever activated.
So how much time after you go and have all this fun do you have before they get this report card? Like how much
as soon as they get back.
So literally they pull it up in the car?
In the car.
So they don't have to check their
screen.
email. I can't get in there and delete that. It's on the screen.
Yep. It's on the screen and saved. You have to have the PIN code.
Oh, geez.
To be...
So basically, you better make sure that you have all the fun that you can have before you get back.
Yeah. Yeah. Because you're not doing it for a while.
Once you're found out, you're going to be off for a while. Yep. So, wow.
Yeah. There's a lot, like, it's amazing how far things have come from back in, when I was a teen. You just get in the vehicle, you start the car with your key.
Immediately go the maximum speed the car will go. That's what I always did.
And you just go. Yeah. You just go.
I mean, I knew for a fact.
You didn't have to worry about anything.
My 95 Corsica would go 103.
Oh my gosh.
Right? Every day. But I had know what mom and dad's cars would do. Same stretch road, you know. So
course
I
you
know
did.
it'll do triple digits. Everything is triple digits. But yeah, so you can, really
Yep.
keep tabs on stuff.
Yep. It's all there. But that's also something that you have access to in your app, you know, because you can pull up your trip. You can pull up your last 30 days of driving activity, you know, so forth. And it'll tell you all that stuff. Now, that's not the teen driver report.
Right.
You know, that's just
the regular
if you have the app.
report
Yeah.
card.
Now, how do you set that up, or how do you find out if you have teen driver on your vehicle? You know, you go into the settings on your infotainment screen.
It's a big one in the middle.
Yep. You scroll down and you go to vehicle, and then you go to teen driver. Yep. And that's where you will set up a 4-digit PIN.
And you set the PIN every time. Yeah, so when you turn on teen driver, you pick a PIN then. So you don't have to have like some PIN that's the master PIN written down in your pocket. And then your kid can find it out and reset everything. It's you set the PIN every time you do it.
Yep. And then you have a specific key fob.
Okay. So you get 2 key fobs when you buy the car.
Yes.
So usually one of them goes hanging on a hook in the house and never gets used.
Right.
And the other one's always in your pocket, or unless you switch them. You know, mom's got one, dad's got one, something like that. So you take one of those fobs.
Yep.
And you take it in the car with you when you turn on teen driver.
Yep.
And it programs that fob to be in the teen driver fob.
Correct.
So this isn't something that, like, if you know, little Alex is going to take the car, I have to go out there with him when he starts it and turn it on. No, I set it up beforehand with that key fob. This is your.
Oh gosh, Alan's gonna
Sorry,
have a fit.
Alan. Sorry. Can you hear me? Hello? Okay. This is the fob that's set up for them. So if you need to leave one hanging on the coat rack at the house, make it teen driver one. Yeah, that's a good idea.
So you don't have to, you know, because so if they call, Mom, my car won't start, but I have to go to work, or I have to go to work or volleyball practice or whatever.
About them going 115 and a half miles an hour
to get there because I don't want to be late.
Right.
You use grab the key fob
that you leave there.
Yeah.
It's set up with teen driver. That's clever. I like it.
So it's super easy to do. And I really feel like I thought of this episode because I feel like it's not talked about enough. You know, I mean,
I agree. It's that easy.
Yeah, easy. And
that's a no-brainer.
It's not something that you have to pay so much extra for or a monthly subscription. It's probably already in your vehicle. You just take a look, see if you have it, and set it up. And if you need help,
vehicle,
we'll do it.
Teen driver. If you see it, you got it.
Yep.
If you don't see it,
you don't got it.
But most of the vehicles have it. It's definitely something to take a look at. Yeah. Sorry, kids. I tried.
Yeah. Sorry. You're welcome.
Yeah.
But that's what I wanted, you know, what I wanted us to cover was just
I think that's all really good information and you know, let's use it, folks. I think you'll be surprised how easy it is, how seamless it is. The fact that it's not tied to any kind of subscription or anything makes it just that much better.
Yep.
This isn't just something else to worry about. This is something that'll probably help give you peace of mind.
Absolutely.
Honestly.
And if you've used it already, like if you already have it set up and you've seen those report cards, let us see those report cards.
Yeah. Tell us about how you maybe ruined prom or something.
Yes. Your kids are thinking, man, Mom and Dad are going to show up to this party. I'm going to get in so much trouble. Nope. They're waiting for you to pull in the garage.
Oh yeah. They don't need to go to the party. They're going to know everything that's up. Yeah. 22 miles, huh?
Yeah.
Dairy Queen's only 4 miles away. Busted.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm curious to see, you know, the report cards, just kind of, you know, were you shocked? Were you impressed, you know, or
share us your most damning report card from your poor children.
Oh my gosh.
If you've got one of those, maybe a screenshot or something.
Oh my gosh. I can't wait.
Yeah, really.
Can't wait. Maybe the best one will get something.
Koozie.
We'll find a prize.
Or a shirt.
We'll find a cool prize.
Yeah.
Sorry, kid. Your parents are shaming you a little bit on.
They are. I mean, good try, man. Did what you could.
But okay. Well, perfect. Well, if you found this informative, maybe it's something you didn't even realize you had, you know, or, you know, you've seen your neighbor or cousin that they have a new Malibu or truck or something. And they're like, hey, cousin Johnny, did you know when Sam takes the truck out, you can blah, blah, blah. share it with them.
Yeah.
Because they want to know. Yeah. Yeah. And of course, share your report cards if you have used it or if you're going to now.
Yeah. Give it a shot.
And like and share this episode. And we appreciate all of the support. And we'll cruise on by. I almost forgot Alan. And then I looked at Alan and he...
Cruise on by.
Yeah. We will cruise on by and pick you up next week with a good report.
A good report card. Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Thanks.
This has been a WK Burnouts production.